Hello everybody, this is White Wolf. Welcome to the live feed. We're going to be doing a meditation and we're just going to talk about being an influence over the world and influencing it in a positive way, and to talk about exploration of the divine self and understanding that we're infusing the way that we live our divine orchestration of representing the higher self, and to understand that we're here to be a magnetic force for our friends, family, and loved ones, whatever you are supposed to be in this life, whoever you're supposed to be to, whatever you're supposed to represent, whatever you're supposed to explore within this lifetime, rather it's past lifetimes, rather it's just upping your frequency, upping your vibration, if it's just meditating better, if it's just getting in a calm, centered state, if you really just want to have a better job within your life. It doesn't have to be something very, very complex, but understanding that the divine influence means that we're just here to express, we're here to reflect, we're here to mirror back everything that we're going through within our journeys, and we're also here to be leaders, and that we're here to influence people in a very empowering way, to where that we're not being influenced by negative things, because in our entire lifetime we have had things influence our thoughts, influence the way that we look, influence how we digest things, influence how we're supposed to learn, how we're supposed to feel, how we're supposed to act. So understanding this, we can finally influence our energy, our energetic field, with the things that perfectly are in sync with who we are. And it allows us to heal a lot of toxic patterns, toxic relationships, getting away from toxic traditions, and it allows us to ground ourselves within our own truth, to allow ourselves to follow our own truth. And we're actually have something to go on, we have actually something to follow through on, and we actually have something that's allowing us to be passionate, to follow our passion, to follow our desires, and to also know that we're here to be the divine influence itself. We're here to use the divine as this divine blessing, and we allow ourselves to be the divine influence as we're channeling the higher self. We're becoming a guide for everyone. So in a sense, we're becoming a spiritual guide. We're becoming like Ra, we're becoming like the archangels, or like our dragons, like our animals that we have in our life. Like I have 2 dogs and 1 cat. So those are spiritual guides as well, and everything is in a sense of guidance. And we're allowing ourselves to be in such a receptive mode, in such an accelerating mode, and an elevation of energy. And we allow ourselves to really tap back into the divine essence. And we allow ourselves to not be swayed by that. And we don't need to be put in a box anymore. We don't need to be categorized. We can be independent. We can be independent energy. And also, there was a person trying to join the live feed. I'm not going to let just a random person join the live feed. So if you're coming onto this channel, this is White Wolf. I have links there. If you guys would like to take on my $50 special for 1 hour psychic readings, healings, activations, take on that. But also, we're going to be doing a meditation about how we allow the divine to influence our life, and we allow ourselves to essentially understand that we're a high density being that has allowed ourselves to have a metaphysical death, to have a metaphysical resurrection, and we've allowed ourselves to really heal, but to also just be magnetic and to be attractive, not on what's on the outside, but what's on the inside. Because a lot of the times we're worried about combing our hair, we're worried about how we're presented to people. Now we don't need to really have that, because we don't have a sense of location. We're not a body, we're not a mind, we're not a distortion itself. So you realize that it doesn't matter what's on the outside. It's about how the internal is in sync with your vibration, with your frequency, and you allow the external to reshape that, and you allow it to express itself and to design itself in a way that it is perfectly just magic. When you allow yourself to have that magic flow through you, that channeling, because channeling is true magic. Everybody has something about them that makes them magical, that allows them to have a higher influence, rather it's tapping into prosperous energy, rather it's you are being of service in a bigger way, rather it's you're doing things for your kids that you never thought that you would be doing for your kids. Maybe you're really more into your relationship, and you're trying to see like how I can help this person grow and help me grow, but not force it in a way to where I have to change that person. Because we're not here to really change ourselves. We're here to really just improve and tweak a lot of things about ourselves, in a sense. So we're not here to change ourselves. We're here to transform ourselves. We're here to expand ourselves and to allow the divine influence over our life be that divine grace that we're all in search of. So we allow ourselves to be in search of the blessing and emulate it and live by that example, because we're having more leadership qualities and we're upping the quality instead of the quantity, because we always think about the quantity of all of our work and it's just about the quality. Do a good job, take your time with it. And I think it's understanding that we have unlimited time here. I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're very limited in our time, we're very limited in our thinking. And what we need to understand that we are not time, we're not an hour, we're not seconds, we're infinity. So if we're infinity, then that means that we, every day, even if we have bad thoughts, even if we have a dark mood, in a sense, that every time throughout the day, you allow yourself to integrate that darkness, integrate that lower vibration, that lower frequency, that distortion, that illusion that you're assuming yourself in. So throughout all the day, you're just tweaking a little bit of what you are, and you're just fine-tuning everything, and you're just making it just a little bit better. You're just tidying up your house, in a sense. So if you have this one corner that needs the broom and the dustpan, treat yourself like you are the floor that has a little bit of dust in that one corner, and you get that broom, in a sense, and you just sweep it up throughout the day. So that's how we stay on top of things, and that's how we allow the divine to be the influence, and we allow nothing in our energetic field that does not speak to our vibration, that does not really represent who we are or express who we are, because when we awaken, we absolutely transform and expand into self-exploration. We allow ourselves to be in search of exploring ourselves in such a way that it's very prolific and it's prophetic, and we're picking up on all of the signs and the miracles and the confirmations that are in our way, and seeing how the divine influence has been over our lives, and that it's really reshaped us and allowed us to really see clearly. And we finally see with our eyes closed, and we don't have to describe it, put it in a category or an explanation, but we just know that it's the divine influence over our life. We know that the divine has influenced our life even in our past. And now that we're tapping into the soul love, we know that anything from our past cannot come in, and that everybody, if we wake up in the morning and know that we can tap into a new timeline, into a new day, and literally say from this moment on, my life is completely changed and my destiny is fulfilled, and I am that source of energy that is channeling this abundance, this representation, this divine influence, and it's just allowing me to charge my life as if it's like an electric car. You're charging your Tesla up, and you're just building up that frequency so you're able to go to the store, in a sense. So it's just charging everything up. It's just really empowering everything in your life. And it's just going not through just the motions, but going with the flow, going with allowance, just going with it. Just go with it and have faith when you're going with it. And whenever we do this, we have strong faith and we have strong will. And we're not going to take no for an answer anymore, because we have this divine influence that doesn't allow us to think that way or to feel that way. So when we allow the divine to influence us, we become an influencer of the divine orchestration of spirit. We allow ourselves to be influenced by the divine, then we're able to influence people. But not in a way that you see a TV program and you're watching like maybe your favorite TV show on the CW. Let's just use an example like, I used to watch Supernatural a lot. So in the midst of that, there would be a commercial break. That's programming. They want you to watch that commercial. They want you to get this product that like, oh, you're too... Like they want you to get this exercise product. because you're too fat and you're too lazy, and they do all these things to try to program you to think that you need that product. Oh, you don't know how to clean your windows? And then they have this commercial to try to play on over and over and over and over. So you understand that when you rewire your circuitry, when you rewire your own program, you follow another program. You follow the divine influences program, and you stick to it. It's like a strict workout routine or a strict diet in a sense. So you allow yourself to be investigating and super relevant, and you allow your spiritual journey to be super relevant and super interesting and super emphatic, and you make it epic in your own divine way, because you know that it's all or nothing, that I'm going to play all my cards, and I have a royal flush in a sense. So you're playing all your cards, you have complete faith, and it's not based upon the outcome, rather you win or lose, because there is no winning or losing when you are expanding on the spiritual journey. It depends on how you look at it. It depends on how the perspective you have about it itself. So I'd like to remind you guys that I do have links there that you can message me and book a private session with me. 1 hour appointments, $50 special. Also, you can find me on YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle of Line Wisdom, Instagram, whitewolf4741, BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_@symbol, and obviously you can find me on TikTok, and I have a bunch of free content if you're not able to. But we're going to do a meditation as well to kind of anchor in how the divine has influenced our life and has influenced our past, and that we're able to channel the knowledge of our past lives and also our higher self, and also be able to be tapped into different realities in different states of beings. So we're able to be the divine guide that has many guides, because there's different hierarchy within angels and guides and dragons, because I remember early on in my spiritual journey, I read a book about dragons and how they created the world. I resonate with it a lot, but what do you resonate with? Maybe you want to read The Law of One, and you understand that Ra gives you a bunch of wisdom and interesting ways of looking at how to channel, but also how to see life and to see the magic and the wonder in life instead of seeing with tunnel vision in a sense. So you don't allow yourself to just see with that tunnel vision. You allow yourself to see with your eyes closed, to see internally, to see with that 0-point creation before the light of awareness appears into everything and generates everything and generates experiences and people and places and things, as if you have to look at your self, because a lot of the times we're like the Truman Show. We have like these things in place for us, but we're able to escape the simulation. We're able to escape the illusion. We're able to escape the matrix. And we don't have to have someone make this whole big reality TV show about us. But we can finally make our own movie, write our own song, and to find our own passion, and to find out what we are as a species, as a growing entity of consciousness. And so you understand that even if there's people like on this feed right now that are really negative, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because I can just get off of here, finish my meditation, and go about my life, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who thinks my reality or my consciousness or my empowerment allows me to be who I am. And that's just when I stand firm in it and I don't stoop to any levels. So then I'm able to reflect in a way that they may not even understand. So be that divine influence for your children, for your friends, to your family, to your guides, and just know that there's nothing wrong with influencing the divine over your life, declaring the divine, empowering it, exploring it, using that seeking impulse to drive you with the philosophy of life, which is the question. Because that will always keep you align to your vibration by you following your heart, following that breadcrumb trail of excitement, following the path that's laid before you. So I have been told in my life that the doors of heaven were laid at my feet. And I'm here to tell all of you that you can live your life as if the doors of heaven are laid at your feet. Just imagine that the doors of heaven are laid at your feet. And go through that door. See what it's like. See what Narnia looks like in that closet. You know, like in that movie Narnia, where they go through the closet and they're going through the clothes, and then suddenly they're in the snow. They're in this wonderland. They're in this magical place where they're able to be themselves. You have to live your life like that, because not every entity is going to resonate with you or accept it. And we're here to just be leaders and to reflect and to impart in our own way, not in a forceful way, but in a way that people can be free and that they can have a free awareness so that they can allow themselves to truly tap in and to reflect that love and that light of the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom. So you're changing the dial, you're changing the polarity, and you're just expanding everything because you know you wouldn't want to have it any other way. So, I'm seeing if my guides want me to say anything else, because I just had a really big download before I had this live feed come about, and they just come naturally, and sometimes when I have them I don't want to lose them, so I just kind of get on and relay the message as it is being presented. And I think that just gives you passion when you just go for it, when you perfect it, when you just follow it, and you have that obedience, and you just hear the call. And sometimes you'll hear a ringing in your ears, that's angelic frequencies coming to you. Sometimes when you lay in a meditative state for a while, you're having your wires not cross, but they're perfectly in sync. The circuitry is right. And you're having your DNA reprogrammed, and you're changing the organism of consciousness. You're changing the mechanics of consciousness so that they can be the quantum mechanics. So it can be quantum codification. You can make your own rules, laws, and regulations. So you don't have to be subjected to anything, so that you're separating yourself from being subjected instead of being objective. So you're not subjecting yourself to anything, but you're being objective and open and allowing and graceful towards all of it. And you have true acceptance beyond your own personal biases. So I believe that was it, but we're going to do a meditation. And I want you guys to know that with this meditation, I want you to allow yourselves to breathe, allow yourself to have the divine influence over your life with your archangels, with your dragons, with everything in your life that makes you happy. It could be taking your kids on a walk. It could be having that new job. You just got that new job. You just got that new car. You tapped into more prosperous energy. You had a sense of healing. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be something very specific. You just led a retreat, in a sense. If that's your dream, like it is mine, that you just conducted a retreat and it went very well, and you answered questions and things of that nature. And think of it as an overarching, empowering, beautiful creation and experience of the divine. Okay, so everybody take a very big, deep breath. Exhale. And I want you to focus on the beauty in your life. I want you to focus on the things that make you truthfully happy. And I want to see how you can have the divine influence over your life in such a magical way, in such an emphatic way, in a way that you can make it so epic in the way that you represent your energy, the way that you show up to your life as if you're meant to be there, in the way that you just carry yourself, and you're just carrying the torch so that people can finally tap in to their free will, tap into who they are, and to follow the purity of the higher self, and to become a spiritual guide, to lead these lions of Judah, these oracles of light and wisdom, so that Joan of Arc's can be accepted, Notre Dame's can be accepted, that you can understand that you have a prophetic nature about your life. It is a prophecy in and of itself. That you can see yourself as miraculous, as magical, that you're tapping into your magic of what makes you who you are, and what allows you to explore yourself in such a beautiful way. Allow it to be exponential, allow it to be elevated, allow it to be the divine orchestration of that divine influence. So everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. And see everything as an expansion of God's source energy. See everything as you tapping into your willpower, being that magnetic force, being a force of your own nature, in a sense. And allow you to change the polarity and to just turn the switch on the dial, in a sense. And to allow it to be parallel to every type of universe, reality, state of being that you want to experience yourself in, to immerse yourself in, to align yourself in, and to know that the frequency that you're emanating within your aura is the frequency that allows you to change the energy wherever you go, to change the energy wherever you want to be, to change the energy over your entire existence, over the entire plane of consciousness. And what we're doing right now is that we're connecting to the facets of the universe. You're finally allowing yourself to be influenced by the divine instead of being influenced by every negative thing, by all the programming, by all the people, by all the dark forces, and you're eliminating that, and you're shining that light, and you're allowing it to be burned away, and knowing that is not your energy. That is not who you are. That is not your frequency. that is not your destiny, that you can break away from tradition, that you can break away from religion, that you can break away from all the chains that are binding you, and you can open up ancient gates that were closed for so long, opportunities that are open, and that you accept them courageously, and that you have a true acceptance beyond your own personal biases. Everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. So allow yourself to be the obedience. Allow yourself to be the listening, the action, the question, the self-exploration, which turns into self-discovery. And that your awareness cannot be penetrated, your awareness cannot be manipulated, that your awareness maintains itself. That by maintaining this awareness, by allowing the flow of energy, that Aqua River flow of God Source energy, that Shekinah glory of God Source energy, that you are embracing the will to be free. The will to be yourself, the will to go on, to try, to know that every day is a brand new timeline, is a brand new start, is a clean slate. Another way to explore yourself, another way to heal yourself, another way to become a leader of consciousness, to become a prophet, so that we can honor all the prophets that came before, that we're able to go at life a different way and to become the way itself. So everybody take a deep breath, one last deep breath. Exhale. When I snap my fingers, you'll come back to, you'll have a greater sense of clarity, you will know who you are, and you'll become the oracle of bloodline wisdom, which is God manifested in the human form. And so it is. So thank you all for tuning in. thank you all for receiving that meditation. And all of you, thank you guys so much for just watching, for taking part, and to know that I have a YouTube channel, White Wolf, the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf, the Oracle 23 _@. And just know that you guys can also book a private session with me at any time that you would like. It's only $50 for 1 hour for psychic readings, healings, activations. And I am very blessed to do this all for you. And even the people who are very negative, thank you all for tuning in. Even if you don't like me, I send you love, I send you light. And I really don't care either way what you think about my eye roll thing. I've done it for years. And we don't have to perpetuate the illusion, the dysfunction, the negativity, and the hatred. And the only way to go about it is wisdom, with love, with dignity and integrity, and honoring our alignment and following it to the very end. So thank you guys so much. God bless and namaste. Thank you.